Hey guys, it's Nick with Urban Farm Boys. Welcome to fall on my front porch. I'm on my porch swing. I think this swing is one of my favorite spots in my house. But today I was gonna do some repotting out here on the porch. It's a beautiful fall day, but it's not gonna be warm for very much longer. Today it was nearly 70 degrees, so super nice day. And I wanted to do a little bit of repotting out here before it gets too cold and before it's kind of not the right time to repot plants. In my last video I did a little bit of a houseplant haul on some plants that I bought in Michigan from Telly's greenhouse last weekend when we were there. And so if you want to check that video out, I will link it below. It's the video I made just before this one. But I've got a few things that I need to repot or put into pots. So I thought I would show you guys what I'm going to do. If I can reach without falling off my swing, I've got this beautiful philodendron painted lady that is just still, they're all still in the pots they were at in the greenhouse. And I'm going to put her into a self-watering pot. I've talked about these pots in several of my videos. I'll link them below from Amazon. They're actually really cheap. I think these are listed as 7-inch pots and you can get 3 of them for about $21 on Amazon, I think. So I think that's a really good deal. And I love them. I have a bunch of plants in self-watering pots and they're easier to take care of and they seem to thrive in self-watering. So this guy is, or lady, I guess she's a lady, is going to go into self-watering. I also have this philodendron fuzzy petiole that is going to go into another self-watering pot. This one looks a little bit thirsty, but I think it'll be happier once it's in a new pot. I bought these 2 little Hoya compacta that are in tiny little like 2-inch nursery pots, and I want to put them together into a pot so they're gonna have a little more space to grow. And I bought this elbow syngonium, which is beautiful, little weepy, but lots of potential. It's got about 10 inches of stem before the foliage grows. I bought it like this with this little bamboo stake. But I think I'm going to cut it and root it in water. My friend Amanda, who I will link her Instagram below, a girl with her plants, she said that this should root very nicely in water, so I'm going to trust her. So I think I'm going to chop it up, stick it in water, and then into this pot, which I just bought. Isn't it a cute little pot? I'm going to put the Carnosa compacta. Okay? I have a big bucket here of my soil. I've been making my own soil blend for quite a while, and I have a video about that too, which I can link below. In my soil mix is, I can show you what it looks like. So it's a blend of coco coir, perlite, there's worm castings for nutrition, and then I throw some horticultural charcoal and a little bit of leca in there for drainage. And my plants seem to love it. So I'm going to use that for all of these plants. Where should we start? I think we should start by chopping up my elbow syngonium. I relocated a little bit. I relocated off of the swing. I realized it was hard enough to talk and show plants on the swing. I don't think I should be repotting while I'm swinging back and forth. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is cut up this elbow syngonium. It's got a really nice mix. It looks like coco coir and pumice, maybe. I might actually just throw this all into my own soil mix. I don't have pumice, but kind of like it. So let me see. This has been tied to the bamboo. I don't want to break it. I'm a little nervous buying a plant that I've never had before, and that's a little bit less common, and then cutting the crap out of it, but I think it'll be happier. What's happening here? Here we go. Okay. So, these aerial roots have actually attached to it. Sorry guys, you gotta move. There we go. Okay, bamboo stake out. So this is my plant. It's a long vine. It would definitely tip over without that bamboo. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of space before you get to the actual foliage. So I'm gonna pull this out of the pot right over here. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, we have a lot of roots. Holy crap. Check out this root system. I almost feel bad now, but it looks like it was one cutting. This was all one cutting. Can you guys see? So, do you see that? There's one cutting there that grew all these roots and turned into this. So, I feel pretty good about that. Now I wonder if I should do a few cuttings on this. I have a really good aerial root here. Oh, guys. Wet stick propagation. I wonder if I should just make a cutting here and stick it back in soil and see if anything grows from these roots. Maybe I'll try. We did it. So this I want to save. So look, that's all the roots on this one little cutting. I think I'm gonna just see if something grows from it. And then I have an aerial root here. See the aerial root, which went back into the soil and has this huge root ball on it. So, you know what, maybe I'm gonna try to root all of this and make just a bigger plant. I'm gonna make a cutting here. Can you see? So there's my root ball. There's a leaf there. I'm gonna cut here. I'll show you guys when I'm done. Maybe I'll cut a couple of these. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna cut here as well. I'm gonna assume these are kind of like pothos and that I can do this, I hope. I'm doing it. Okay, let me show you what I did. Okay, so this is the top of it with the foliage. There's quite a few little root buds, aerial roots. I think I can stick this in water and it'll be fine. And then I made a cutting here. Look at this leaf. It's a little droopy, but if I turn it upside down. So I'm gonna try to root this cutting. This is one of the more mature leaves. I'm gonna try to root this guy. This is the one that has the huge root ball attached. But I'm gonna try to root that too. This is gonna be a little awkward in water. There's like the aerial root and then there's a whole other node there. But I'm gonna try that. And then I have my original cutting. So I'm gonna throw it all in water. Let's see. I brought this little cup out, but no, I didn't really plan to have all this stuff. See this little guy that I bought or brought? I don't think this is all gonna fit in there. These guys fit in a little glass. Isn't that cute? I actually feel confident. I feel like they'll root really well. And I wonder with these guys, these other two, if I should just stick them back in a pot of soil. Oh, look, I have fall foliage on my root ball. Maybe I should just put them back in and see what they do. I have time. I'm not doing anything else, right? Let me try. Just gonna get some soil. Okay, take a peek. I just kind of threw them back in the pot, the same pot actually. This is that original cutting, and this is the other one here. And I bet they'll root. So now I have this guy and this guy. What do you think? Works for me. Alright, next up I'm gonna pot up these Hoya compacta together. I have a couple of little nursery pots. I think this is a 4-inch pot. This one says Anthurium clarinervium. I bought one of those not too long ago. But I think I'm gonna just get them potted into this one pot, and then I think I'm gonna throw it in this. I think that'll look fun. So let me see what I can do. Let me fill this first with some soil. I got some of that pumice from the syngonium in here. These are really tiny little guys, but I think it'll work. And the roots. So let me see. I don't know what's happening. We have so many planes and helicopters flying overhead right now. But let me see how I want to sort of arrange these. This one here is pointing in two directions. It's got like two separate growth points. So it's going both ways, and this one is just like one long one. So I think I'm going to pot them up like that so they're kind of going in three directions. I think that's cute. And I won't need very much more soil. That was pretty quick. What do you think? It already looks like a much fuller plant. It's got some soil in all these nooks and crannies, but I think it looks cute. I think I might need to elevate it just a tiny bit in this pot. Can you see? I'll show you. Oh, maybe not. Check it out. Cute. I'll take it. Just needs a water, and then I think it'll be really good there. There is yet another helicopter passing overhead, or plane. We live really close to West Point, and I feel like some days they're just doing drills and there's constant aircraft overhead. It's actually kind of fun because when we're in the pool out back, sometimes they'll fly right over the pool. But it's a little bit noisy too. So with these self-watering pots, there's just a couple pieces you have to put together. So there's like a tube, and then there's a little ball in it that floats, and it floats with the water when you fill it with water. So you put the ball in there, and then you put this little gauge into the tube, this little blue stick. And then here you have this plastic deal that tells you your water level. Right? This is your pot. It's got drainage in the bottom. You put this on top of the little brown piece, push it together, and then this whole device comes up through the bottom of your pot through that little hole. So that goes up like that, and you push it up, and that's all you have to do. So it sits inside the pot like this, and that's it. And then you just water in through the grate, and it keeps it continuously with water available. They work really well. So I'm gonna put this philodendron fuzzy petiole into the self-watering pot. It's in a little 4-inch pot right now. It's got quite a bit of growth on it, but I think it'll fit in here pretty nicely. I bought a couple moss poles as well. I've never had luck with moss poles. I have like moss poles. I have one that's a cocoa coir pole. I've tried some using like wooden planks or actually tree bark. I might find some tree bark at some point to put in here because I feel like they have the best, I've had the best luck with them gripping onto tree bark. But I think for now, I'm just gonna set it in here. Like, look, just setting it in here. I'm like, that looks great. So I think I'm gonna do that for this guy. He doesn't want to stand upright. He does need a deeper pot. So I'm gonna fill this with some soil on the bottom. Okay, put like a quarter of the depth of soil. And then we'll take this guy out. I'm gonna probably gonna leave his soil on him. He doesn't want to come out. Dang, Gina. Look how root bound he was. He was ready for a new home. So, good timing. Wow, he was really root bound. I'm not gonna mess too much with these roots. Maybe just kind of displace a few of them. But they'll figure it out. Some people say you have to do a lot of agitation of the roots. I don't think so. I think they figure it out. But let's see. I bet if I stick him in here, yeah, that's going to be cute. Let me just fill it with some soil. Check this out. I think he's going to look good. Yeah. See? He's in the little self-watering system. I think I will probably get some kind of little stake to give him something to hold on to, but for now, let's set him in here. Yep. Much better. See? I think he'll have a happy life in there. Last up, I'm going to put my philodendron painted lady into another one of these self-watering pots. I have another one here. She's just sitting in it. So I have to put together that little bottom piece. It takes 2 seconds to put these together. They're so easy. Okay, so she's in a 6-inch pot. She also, I think, is going to be really root bound. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say so. Even the roots are kind of red. That's cool. See that? Okay, so let me... Oh, gosh. Maybe this is too small. You know what? I think this is too small for her. Look, I'm just trying to set her in here. That's not going to give her much room to grow. This is highly inconvenient. Alright, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm gonna have to find a different pot. There would be no point in putting her in here. It's just not enough space to grow. Let me look over there, see if there's anything else I might want to put in self-watering. Let me take a look. Okay, so I do have this blue and white pot. I'm a little bit torn because this has drainage in it. I typically like to put plants into like a regular nursery pot and then put them in something like this. This is actually really pretty the way it is. But she's root bound and I want her to grow, so I did put a little liner in the bottom so that soil won't come out the bottom, but I think I'm just going to fill this with soil and then put her in. I don't love doing that, but I think for the winter that'll at least be okay, and we'll see how she does. So, let's see. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I think I like the pot. I don't know if I love the blue. This is maybe not the best idea ever, but is this cute? I think it's cute. Is this cute? Oh, I'm doing it. We're going with it. So I'm gonna just take her out, set her in here, and then I'm gonna just go over here and fill her with some soil. And I think for the winter that'll be good enough. I do like this pot. I don't know if the blue and white is the best for a painted lady that is pink and green. But you know what? We should all challenge the fashion norms and live our true lives, right? Be our true selves. So I think she's gonna do that in this pot. What do you think? Until winter. I mean, until spring anyway. She looks good. I dig it. Okay, so I want to summarize what I've done here. So we've got philodendron painted lady in this nice pot. I've got my philodendron fuzzy petiole in self-watering. I've got my Hoya compacta combined in this cute little pot, going in 3 directions. And I have my albosingonium chopped and propped and floating in some water and repotted into this little pot. Okay, so now that I've fixed the plants that I got in Michigan at Telly's greenhouse and everybody's ready, it's time to find them all a home. So that'll be my next video. I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging in the house, and so I thought I would give you like a little bit of a houseplant tour and show you my setup that I have. I think it's really cool. It's going to be a good winter, I hope, for my plants this year. So in the meantime, like this video if you liked it. Feel free to comment below with any thoughts you have about your houseplants and whatever you're doing. And you can also follow us on Instagram. So you can follow Urban Farm Boys, or you can follow me, Nika Sarbata. And I post pretty frequently on Instagram, so if you're curious what we're up to around here from day to day, that's a good place to start. Okay? Thanks for hanging out with me while I repot on my front porch, and until next time, take care, guys.